Hi, welcome back to POMpod, the Peace of Mind podcast. I'm Travis Gasper, estate planning attorney, founder of Gasper Law in Texas, and as of this week, officially 40. Yeah, 40. I'll be honest, I didn't expect this episode to be about me. I had something else planned. But the closer I got to this birthday, the more I kept thinking about what it really means. Not just personally, but professionally. Because I spend every single day helping people protect what they've built, the people they love, and the life they've worked so hard to create. And turning 40 made me stop and sit with that in a way I didn't totally see coming. So today we're doing something a little different. I want to talk about milestones. I want to talk about why so many of us wait. And I want to talk about what it actually feels like to know with certainty that your affairs are in order. Let's get into it. Here's something I've seen over and over again in my practice. And honestly, it's almost always true. People don't reach out to an estate planner and attorney because they woke up one morning and thought, you know what? Today feels like the perfect day to think about who gets my stuff when I die. They reach out because something happened. A diagnosis, a death in the family, a new baby, a divorce, a birthday with a 0 at the end. Something shifts. Something brings life into focus. And suddenly, the thing they've been putting off for years feels urgent. And I get it. I really do. Estate planning is not exactly at the top of most people's dream to-do list. It brings up mortality, hard conversations, big decisions that can feel heavy enough to avoid altogether. So it gets pushed to someday. But here's what I've learned from years of doing this work and from seeing what happens when people don't make a plan. Someday is a terrible plan. So let me tell you a little bit about where I am at 40. I have a revocable living trust. My assets are funded into it, which means that if something happens to me, the people I love don't have to go through probate. They don't have to petition a court. They don't have to wait around while the legal system decides what happens next. The plan I built is already there to do that work for them. I have durable powers of attorney in place, financial and medical. The people I trust most have the legal authority to step in and act on my behalf if I can't act for myself. That's not morbid, that's caring. I have a medical directive that says exactly what I want and what I don't want if I'm ever incapacitated. My wishes are documented. Nobody has to guess. Nobody has to argue. Nobody has to carry the weight of wondering, is this what he would have wanted? And I'll tell you what that feels like. It feels like peace. Not because I'm planning to die, but because I'm planning to live fully, intentionally, and without the weight of unfinished business hanging over me. Now, I want to talk about something that comes up a lot, especially for many of the clients we serve, including LGBTQ plus individuals, couples, and families. The law has defaults. If you don't create an estate plan, Texas has one waiting for you. And I can promise you, it was not written with your real life in mind. Those default rules are built on assumptions that you're married, that your next of kin is obvious, that your closest relationships fit neatly into a legal family tree. And for a lot of people, maybe a lot of people listening right now, those assumptions are flat out wrong. If you're in a relationship that isn't legally recognized, or even one that is, and you don't have the right documents in place, your partner may have no legal authority in a medical crisis. They may not inherit automatically. The people you trust most, the people you've chosen, can end up legally invisible. That's not worst case scenario fear-mongering. That's what can happen when there's no plan. At 40, I know exactly who I'd want making decisions for me. I know who I'd want to receive what I've built. I know who I trust. And my documents make that clear, legally and in a way that can actually be carried out. That's the work, and it matters. So here's what I want to leave you with today. Milestone moments, birthdays, anniversaries, a new job, a new baby, a loss, have a way of cutting through the noise. They make us stop long enough to ask a really important question. Is the life I'm building actually protected? If you're listening to this and your answer is, I don't know, or not really, or I've been meaning to do something about that, let this be your nudge. Take one step today, just one. Book a peace of mind planning session with our firm. It's a 1-hour conversation where we'll talk about where you are, what you have, and what a plan that actually fits your life can look like. No pressure, no jargon, just clarity. The link is at gasperplan.com. It's also in the show notes. You don't have to wait for 40. You don't have to wait for a crisis. You don't have to wait until life feels less busy, less messy, or more certain. The best time to get this done was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Thanks for being here. Thanks for spending this birthday episode with me. And if you've been listening for a while, thank you. Truly. This work means everything to me, and so does this community. I'll see you next time.